members, we just have had two very intense days of IPL auction and the India versus Australia test match that concluded at Perth. Now you have a slight lull for about 7-8 days before hostilities resume again in Adelaide in the pink ball test match. Now, what is the current situation when you have to look at the Indian team? Because most likely they are leaving Perth by tomorrow or day after. And everybody, when you look at it, they have rechristened the Indian cricket team as the rebirth of the Indian cricket team, not the rebirth, because what has happened is a fantabulous win has happened in Australia. But amidst all of this, there is an update that Gautam Gambhir has flown back home due to personal reasons. What is the nature of those personal reasons? We don't know and we don't want to speculate as well. But there is nothing to be worried about, there is nothing serious in it. He's just returned home for a couple of days. He's expected to join back to the Indian cricket team before the Adelaide test match also. Now remember, from now 26th onwards until 5th, there is a big gap of 10 days. So that is why the Indian team can actually take a break. Most of them will fly to Canberra for the 2-day practice game that will happen at the Manuka Oval, and then they will fly down to Adelaide for the test match that's going to begin on the 6th. So 6th to 10th is the second test match, but Gautam Gambhir now is heading back home due to personal reasons at this stage. So this is the current situation that we are developing at this point in time. West Indies are nearing a big win against Bangladesh in the first test match that's happening. Remember, it's very rare that you see test matches been played in the month of November and December in the West Indies. Normally it's around February, March, but this time Bangladesh are touring the West Indies, and Bangladesh remarkably declared after they were 181 runs behind. They declared the innings and then they said, okay, let West Indies have a bat again, but now they are still 225 runs behind. 3 wickets are there for the West Indies to be taken, and that's why this series is not that big in the context of the WTC final race when you look at it. Prithvi Shaw. Now, Prithvi Shaw at this point in time remained unsold in the IPL mega auction, and many people are saying that it's the downfall for one of the biggest names that was touted to be one of the biggest names in Indian cricket at a certain point in time. Prithvi Shaw, though, there is an old video that has resurfaced where he has spoken about the trolling, where he's spoken about all those other things. It's a mature response, but then why are people still insisting on trolling Prithvi Shaw? Remember, he's not made his case easier by all the off-field issues that has happened. Well, if he's celebrating, he has a right to celebrate. If he has all the other things, discipline, in our case, it can be lax, it can be militaristic. That is the way how we are looking at it. Lax or militant, that is the extremes that we go to when it comes to a discipline. So, Prithvi Shaw, unfortunately, unsold in the IPL mega auction. Now, what does the future hold for Prithvi Shaw? That will be very important. Hopefully today, by the end of the day, we will know whether the Champions Trophy is going to go hybrid or is it going to stay entirely in Pakistan, because the ICC have called an emergency board meeting, and in that board meeting all the individuals will join virtually, and because of that a decision will be taken, because there is less than 100 days to go for the ICC Champions Trophy, and most likely with India refusing to go to Pakistan, the situation might be that ICC will convince the PCB, host it in the hybrid model. Pakistan, if they insist that they play entirely in Pakistan, then there is going to be a big problem. So today the ICC emergency board meeting is going to decide whether the tournament will be hosted in Pakistan or it is going to go hybrid. Game 1 would not have gone according to Gukesh's plan, because he lost to Ding Lijian, and it was Ding's first win in classical chess after 300 plus days. So now today is game 2. Remember, you are having 3 games on the trot, and then you will have a rest day, then you will get 3 games on the trot then. So this is the second game that Gukesh is going to play. It's a vital game for him. Remember, it's a 12 game series in the World Chess Championship. If you lose one, there is a possibility of a comeback. It's a long tournament, so that's why Gukesh need not be disheartened that much. But yes, it is not going to be easy, because Ding, once he latches on to a win, he consolidates his position, and that's why we have always been saying Ding is no pushover. Yes, on current form, He can ensure that yes, he was slightly the underdog in this case, but now big pressure game, big game situation, Ding Lejeune can turn it on. That's why Gukesh has to win this. He's anyway 3-0 down in head-to-head meetings with Ding. So that's why it's a wake-up call. Gukesh has to do well in this game, which is going to happen today from 2:30 p.m. IST onwards. So, cricket may take a backseat for some time because of whatever has happened. As a rest now for the Indian cricket team. Whatever will happen now, we'll be updating you regularly on Sports Today. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe and don't forget to tap that bell icon so that when you know when we go live. Bye-bye.